Hi, I'm George K, and this is my father Nils.
Hi.
Welcome back to Father and Sonthesizer. Today we're on episode 20 already.
Wow.
And I think we've done roughly half a year of these episodes now. Yeah, first of all, I've got a new single out, it's called Impermanence, and I've done a mix breakdown video here on this channel, and I've used some of our DIY synths on that single, so please check it out, it would help me a lot if you stream it a bit. Also, Nils has finally got an Instagram account. Now you can go check him out on Insta, and he's posted a few pictures of the project we're currently working on as well on there already.
In the process of being built.
And today's episode is a continuation from last time. Last time we showed you the control voltage or voltage controlled panning mixer, and this time we're showing you the first channel strip of our modular mixer along with the final master unit. They're both on the table right here. This mixer is very interesting because it's not just a normal mixer where every channel strip is exactly the same. We have a bunch of different channel strip designs for this one, which means you can shape the sound whichever way you can imagine it. Because if you want a channel strip with with a lot of control voltage capability, then you have that option. Or if you want a channel strip that does an effect like a chorus or a compressor or something, then you also have that option. And we're still working on those last two, because so far we only have the control voltage channel strip. And yeah, this is our modular mixer, and now let me show you how it sounds. Right, as you can see here, we've got the first channel strip, and here's the master unit. For the aux, send and return, we've got one potentiometer to adjust the return volume, and a switch to switch it between mono and stereo. Then we've got a headphone output right here, and the master right there, going into two 3.5mm jacks or 1/8 inch. Then we've got the VU meter right here. This is still a bit buggy because this LED is always on, and so far it only uses the first 3 LEDs because my input signal isn't high enough. I think we'll have to add a few more channel strips and mix some more signals together to get it to really jump and fly. It's not going to be super calibrated, it's just going to be for visuals. Now, let's get started with showing you what this can do. Let's zoom back out to the generative rack. Right, down here's the mixer. So, let me get started with a little sequence. Now, let me turn the VCA blend. Now let's add some CV. That's CV on the panning mixer and some CV on the VCA. Let's go. Let's add some drums to this. And there we go, that's a little jam on the mixer. As you can see, I've got the played with a blend knob to add some distortion, and the CV level of that to give it a bit of a tremolo. And I've also had an LFO CV on the panning mixer. As for the aux and send, I haven't got anything to send/receive to, at least not in the way that I'd like it to. I've got the spring reverb over here, but it's super messy and doesn't sound all that good. So I'll leave that to the next demo. Now that you've heard the mixer, let's talk about some of the difficulties we had along the way in the last 2 weeks.
Right. As explained last time, the VC panning mixer was done with a design we copied from USynth, and that worked pretty well without any problems. But the part where we have the double VCA, a clean and a dirty one, and mix that together in a sensible way, that is our own design, and you can expect problems. Yeah? If you design something from scratch, you do mistakes. So the first prototype I built had this slight oversight of mine built in, where both VCAs work phase shifted 180 degree. And
so when you turn it into the middle, when the blend is supposed to be 50-50, you hear nothing, or you get a very reduced signal.
Yes, both signals cancel themselves out. Not good.
No,
plus,
I mean, they didn't really cancel each other out, because one of the VCAs was pretty much just a distortion pedal.
Yeah, and one was a lot stronger than the other one. That was another problem.
It still is a bit of a problem, actually, because it's a lot stronger, because the other VCA doesn't react linear to the volume increase and input. So on the clean VCA, if you turn down the volume input, then it goes a little bit quieter. But on the dirty VCA, it just gets the same distortion, just a little different.
Yeah,
but it doesn't get quieter.
Yeah,
it just sounds different.
But it also adds to the interesting sound you get out of it.
Yeah, it definitely adds to the character of the...
2 new designs, 2 new PCBs, and for the channel strip I spent like 1 day of hunting for bugs.
Yeah.
Cold soldering points, things like that. Mixed value for a resistor. Some final design flaws I fixed on the PCB and went into the schematics after that, of course. So yeah, it was quite a handful, but we got it to work. And compared to that, the master PCB was a piece of cake.
The channel strip PCB was really massive, as you've maybe seen on my Instagram story. It's so huge. It only fits in one spot in the rack, because the PSU comes up against the back of it. So in the future we need a smaller design for this channel strip. We're thinking of just tossing the VCAs and turning it into a blend distortion module, because the VCA isn't really doing all that much, and it would make the PCB a lot smaller. And then it might actually fit up against the PSU.
Right.
Or we have to take out the whole back wall of the rack, flip it around so the PSU is on the outside. I don't know if that's such a good idea.
No, not safe.
And then you were saying the master was relatively easy, the master PCB and master module.
Yeah, the master was fairly easy, straightforward. 2 phone amplifier LM386
for the headphones.
For the headphones for both channels, and standard mixer with an op amp.
And the send return part was, you had a few issues there, but nothing major.
No.
And then we had the VU meter in there as well.
Yes, that was something new. I haven't done that before, but it's straightforward. You have a resistance ladder of 8 steps that creates linear division of the power of the power supply voltage, and feed each of those voltages to an op amp that acts as a comparator. So it compares the incoming audio signal to the value at the resistor ladder. So the higher the input volume from the audio signal is, the more LEDs turn on.
And then you just choose the colors and mash it all together.
Yeah.
And now over the holidays we have a few plans. We want to build a few more channel strips for this modular mixer. We want to update some of our old modules, and we have a DX7 sitting around that needs fixing.
Oh, right.
So,
I remember that one.
I don't know if we'll have another video ready in 2 weeks. We'll try our best. We'll see.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I'm fairly confident we'll have at least something to show you in 2 weeks.
Right.
And yeah, maybe the stereo chorus channel strip or something.
Yeah, if those chips from China are really what they are, what they should be, huh?
We had them lying around for quite a while now.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Tune in again in 2 weeks. Don't forget to check out Nils' Instagram and my single Impermanence featuring Jared, and I won't butcher his last name. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and every other holiday out there. And hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, stay curious.